FIFA just broke the World Cup on purpose. The 2026 tournament has 48 teams, 12 groups, a brand new knockout round, and a wild rule where you can finish third in your group and still win the whole thing. It sounds like someone designed it by committee at 2 a.m. And honestly, maybe they did. But here's the thing. Once you actually understand how it works, it's kind of genius and kind of a disaster, sometimes both at the same time. So let's break down the most confusing format in World Cup history. Fast, no fluff. Let's go. Section 1. The Old World. Before we get to the chaos, let's remember what we had. For the last 28 years, the World Cup had 32 teams, 8 groups of 4. Top 2 from each group move on. Simple, clean, beautiful. Like a well-organized closet that nobody asks questions about. 64 matches, 7 games to win the title. Everybody understood it. Then FIFA looked at that beautiful system and said, what if we just didn't? Section 2. The big number 48. That's the new team count. Not 36, not 40. 48 nations at one World Cup. For context, that's more than double what the tournament started with back in 1930. FIFA says it's about global inclusion, giving more countries a shot at the biggest stage in football. And sure, there's truth to that. But let's be real. More teams also means more matches. More matches means more TV deals. More TV deals means more money. FIFA's not exactly known for leaving cash on the table. In theory, it's about growing the game. In practice, it's also about growing the bank account. Both can be true. Section 3. The group stage. So where do all 48 teams go? Into 12 groups of 4. Every team plays 3 matches in the group stage, 1 against each opponent in their group. Standard stuff. Win gets you 3 points, draw gets you 1, loss gets you nothing. The top 2 teams in each group advance automatically. That's 24 teams right there. Here's where it gets interesting. The tournament also takes the 8 best third-place teams from all 12 groups. 8 out of 12. So even if you finish bottom half of your group, not last but third out of 4, you can still make the knockout stage. That's 32 teams total moving forward, over half the entire field. Read that again. More than half the teams that show up make the knockout round. Section 4. The math problem. Okay, but wait. 12 groups, third-place teams, 8 spots. How do you decide which 8 third-place teams make it through? FIFA ranks all 12 third-place finishers against each other and takes the top 8. They look at points first, then goal difference, then goals scored, then fair play, meaning yellow and red cards. And if all else fails, they use the FIFA World Ranking. This sounds simple. It isn't. Because now a team sitting third in Group A is secretly competing against a team sitting third in Group K. Teams that never played each other. Teams that might have faced completely different competition. It's like comparing apples to oranges, except the apples are trying to qualify for the World Cup. And here's the wild part. If teams are still tied after all of that, lots, a literal random draw. Congratulations, you trained your whole life for this moment, and it's decided by pulling a piece of paper out of a hat. Section 5. The tanking problem. Now here's the part FIFA definitely doesn't put in the press release. With 32 of 48 teams advancing and third-place teams potentially making it through, you could theoretically draw all 3 of your group games and still qualify. 0 wins, 3 draws, move on. It actually happened at Euro 2024. Slovenia drew all 3 group games, scored twice in the entire group stage, and still advanced as a best third-place team. So what happens when teams realize a draw is almost as good as a win? What happens in the final group game when both teams are already through and neither wants to risk anything? You know the type of match. 40,000 people in the stadium. 1 shot on target. Everybody goes home. Nobody's happy. There's a research paper, actual academic research, that estimated up to 66% of group stage games could become stakeless for some of the strongest teams. That means almost 2/3 of matches where Argentina or France or Brazil might have literally nothing to play for. That's a problem. That's a real problem. Section 6. The new knockout stage. All right, let's say you've made it through. You're one of the 32 teams. Welcome to the round of 32. That's new. That didn't exist before. From there, it's a traditional single elimination bracket. Round of 32, round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, final. If you're tied after 90 minutes, you play extra time. Still tied? Penalties. Someone goes home. To win the whole thing, you now have to win 8 games. One more than before, one extra match, one extra chance to get unlucky. The champion of this World Cup will have played more games than any World Cup winner in history. That's actually kind of cool. The best team has to prove it across more football. More tests, more pressure, more moments. In theory, that means the best team wins more often. In practice, it means more games to get your star player injured in the 87th minute. Football is cruel like that. Section 7. The actual genius part. Here's the thing, though, and I mean this. The drama in the final day of group stages, it just went nuclear. Under the old format, a team that was already eliminated played with nothing to lose in the last game. Fans stopped watching. The atmosphere died. Under this format, even the third-place teams are watching the scoreboards in other groups. A goal conceded in another match could cost you your advancement on goal difference. A yellow card could drop you below another third-place team on fair play. Even a team that loses their final game might still squeak through if results go their way. Every match is connected to every other match. The whole group stage becomes one massive live puzzle with 48 pieces moving at the same time. If FIFA pulls this off, the final day of the group stage could be the most chaotic, exciting, nail-biting day in football history. 12 groups, simultaneous matches, everything to play for. That's not a disaster. That's must-watch TV. Ending. So, does the 2026 World Cup format make sense? Yes and no. As usual with FIFA, it's a mix of genuine ambition and obvious self-interest, good football ideas, and weird loopholes that nobody thought all the way through. It's bigger, it's messier, it rewards more countries, it risks more boring games, it creates new drama and new controversy in the same breath. The format is a contradiction, but so is football, and that's probably why we can't stop watching. Here's the question I'll leave you with. If your country goes out in the round of 32 after drawing all 3 group games, did they really belong there in the first place? Think about it. And if you want more videos that actually explain sports instead of just assuming you already get it, subscribe. We do this every week.